Hello all. Let's have a detailed discussion on some of the more questions on environment, ecology and pollution. So let's begin with this question is, in this question one assertion and one reason has been given and we have to find out the answer out of the given options. So let's read the assertion. The assertion is, mangroves are very specialized forest ecosystem of tropical and subtropical regions bordering sea coasts. The reason is they stabilize the shoreline and act as an anchor or bulwark against the encroachment by the sea. The options are A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Option B is both A and R are true, but R is not correct explanation of A. Option C is A is true and R is false. Option D is A is false and R is true. The correct answer to this question will be option A, that is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Now let's have a discussion. And what do we mean by mangroves and what are these why these are called specialized forest ecosystem, and why they are found in tropical and subtropical regions only, and if they border the sea coast, what is the utility if these mangrove forests border sea coasts. So let's have a discussion. The question arose when in 2004 when there was a devastating cyclone, when India faced on the east coast on the Odisha and West Bengal on the eastern coast in 2004 India faced a devastating cyclone. Then it was found that the devastation of the cyclone was more in Odisha rather than West Bengal, because in West Bengal where there we find the Sundarbans. In West Bengal we find the Sundarbans, and the Sundarbans have mangroves, and these mangrove forests are tropical evergreen forests. And it was found that these mangroves or tropical evergreen forests, they function as bulwark or anchor and they prevented the erosion and encroachment by the sea. And the utility of these mangroves was very obvious, and so from then it was believed that these mangroves are very specialized forest ecosystem of tropical and subtropical regions, and if they border the sea, they can stabilize the shoreline, they can prevent the erosion by the sea and encroachment by the sea, and they can act as bulwark or anchor to the coast against the encroachment by the sea. So this is the reason why we say that A is the correct answer, that is both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Now let's have a discussion on the next question. Consider the following statement. The statements are, first statement is afforestation and development of wetlands. Second option is reforestation and replantation in existing forests. Third option is encouraging the wood substitute tree and supplying other types of fuel. And fourth option is promotion of wide use of pesticides and insecticide to restrict the loss of forested areas from degradation caused by the insects and pests. So these are the four options that have been given, and based on these options we have to tell which of the above given options are correct, is or are correct. So The correct answer, let's find out the questions. First it says that afforestation and development of wastelands. So these are the 4 options, and we have to choose the correct answer out of the given quotes. And the correct answer, what correct answer we have to choose is that which of the following given options, which of the following has or have been provisioned under the Forest Rights Act 1988. So let's see. First option, afforestation and development of wastelands. This has been provided under the Forest Rights Act 1988. Second option, reforestation and replantation in existing forests. This also has been provisioned under the Forest Rights Act 1988. Third option is encouraging the wood substitute trees and supplying other types of fuels. This also has been provided under the Forest Rights Act 1988. And fourth option is promotion of wide use of pesticides and insecticides. This has not been provided in the Forest Rights Act. Forest Rights Act does not promote the wide use of pesticides and insecticides to restrict the loss of forested areas from degradation caused by the insects and pests. So this is not correct. Though this use of pesticides and insecticides may be helpful in protecting the plants, especially crops, but they are not so helpful in protecting the forest. In spite, they can do a lot of damage to the environment. So they can do a lot of damage to the environment. So Forest Rights Act 1988 does not promote wide use of pesticides and insecticides to restrict the loss of forested area from degradation caused by the insects and pests. Now, based on the above clarification, we can say that first, second, and third are correct. So option D will be the correct answer. Now, in this question there has been given some terms that are very important. For example, there has been given term afforestation. So what do you mean by afforestation? There has been given reforestation. There has been given, and one more term is related to this. The same concept is compensatory. Afforestation. So let's talk about all these concepts or all these terminologies one by one. The first term is afforestation. Afforestation means planting trees at those places where there were no trees earlier, where there was no tree earlier, and to develop it into a forest land, develop it into a forest land. This is the first, afforestation. Now there is one more term, compensatory afforestation. So what do we mean by compensatory afforestation? Let me tell you. Compensatory afforestation means, suppose there is 2 patch of land. This was a forested land, and this land has to be acquired has been acquired by a corporate sector, so it has to be put to use for a corporate use. Now it has to be put to corporate use or put to any economic use, and due to this, this forested land will be degraded and this forest shall vanish. So this forest shall vanish, So the Ministry of Forest, and according to the Forest Rights Act, Protection of Forest Act, Protection of Forest Act, there has been a provision called CAMPA, C-A-M-P-A. To protect the forest, there has been a provision called CAMPA, that is compensatory afforestation Compensatory Afforestation Act 2016. According to the provisions of this Compensatory Afforestation Act, the destroying entity or the forest degrading entity has to provide funds for compensatory afforestation. So what do we mean by afforestation? We know that afforestation means developing a forest at a place where there was earlier no forest. So those entities, those corporate entities, or those people who are due to their economic activities, if forest land is getting degraded, in return they have to provide a fund for compensatory afforestation. This has been provided by an act of parliament called CAMPA Act, Compensatory Afforestation Fund Act 2016, to provide for compensatory afforestation of the unforested or non-forested areas. So this is compensatory afforestation. Now let's talk about the next. The next term is reforestation. Reforestation means planting trees to develop a forest at a land on a land where there was already forest, but it is getting degraded due to some anthropogenic activities. Anthropogenic means artificial or man-made activities. Interference, human interference. Anthropogenic, that is human interference. And all these, that is afforestation, reforestation, development of wetlands, all these are being provided. All these provisions have been mentioned in Forest Act 1988. Earlier, during the British rule also, Britishers had also passed a law called Forest Act, Rights Act 1927. And there has been a new Forest Right Act in 2008. Forest Right Act has been passed. A new Forest Right Act has been passed in 2006.